Hello Man United fans. Welcome to Manchester United news of the day. Erik ten Hag has defended Manchester United's midfield after their struggling performances against Wolves and Tottenham. Wolves overwhelmed Casemiro, who was regularly isolated during United's fortuitous 1-0 win against Wolves, and Tottenham's midfield duo Pape Sarr and Yves Bissouma were the matchwinner and man of the match in United's 2-0 defeat at Spurs. Although United bolstered their midfield with the £60 million arrival of Mason Mount, he has performed poorly and suffered a hamstring injury that will keep him out until mid-September at the earliest. United remain open to signing a second midfielder, but the club have indicated any incoming is contingent on an outgoing. Scott McTominay generated interest from West Ham last month, but the chances of his departure subsided when fellow midfielder Kobbie Mainoo sustained an ankle injury. "You always have to analyze clinically, and that assessment is not right," Ten Hag said. "It was about the back and the front, not about the midfield. That is why we were open. Nothing to do with the midfield. I said that straight after the game." When asked if Casemiro was fit enough, Ten Hag replied, "Oh, if you see the numbers, you see he's fully fit. I have no doubts about our fitness. They can do it." After 35 minutes against Spurs, they didn't do it anymore, but after the first game we were first across the rank of fitness. In a further development, and as has been known by now, Luke Shaw is out injured. As a result, the club is in the market for a left-back on a short-term basis. Shaw is expected to be out for a number of weeks, leaving United without a senior out-and-out left-back. Tyrell Malacia returned to the club in July with an unspecified injury and is still sidelined, while Brandon Williams joined Ipswich Town on a season-long loan on Thursday. Alvaro Fernandez is the only fit left-back available to manager Erik ten Hag, but he could leave, with La Liga side Granada keen on the 20-year-old. Diogo Dalot has experience of playing at left-back and could start there for the Premier League visit of Nottingham Forest on Saturday. Left-footer Lisandro Martinez is another option. United have already invested £179.2 million on Mason Mount, Andre Onana and Rasmus Højlund this summer, but they have suffered a spate of injuries in the last month. Kobbie Mainoo is still out with an ankle problem. Højlund is recovering from a stress hotspot fracture of the back, while Mount and Shaw have succumbed to muscular injuries in the last week. United's lifeless second-half performance in the defeat at Tottenham, as well as the slew of muscular injuries, will raise questions about the squad's fitness. Ten Hag oversaw a handful of double training sessions during the preseason tour of the United States, and he admitted last week that players were tired. In another front, Erik ten Hag has accused Manchester United's defenders and forwards of not running in their regressive defeat at Tottenham. Ten Hag defended United's disjointed midfield in the aftermath of the Tottenham match and instead criticised the defenders and forwards. The United manager hauled in the players for a punishing training session the day after their 4-0 hammering at Brentford last August, when they embarked on an 8-mile run after Brentford ran 8 miles more than them. Ten Hag joined the players for the grueling jog, which was regarded as an early turning point as United won their next game against Liverpool, until then undefeated in domestic matches in 2022. However, United were lethargic at Spurs, and Luke Shaw was singled out by supporters for jogging in the build-up to Pape Sarr's opening goal. "They didn't run," Ten Hag said. "They run in the wrong moments, too late, especially the front. They didn't recover. It happened, you can't turn it around. It's a demand here if you want to win games. For the first 35 minutes, we were so good in the game. We dominated totally. We should have scored minimum once, I think twice. They were nowhere, nothing. And then things happened in the game and they got distracted, not doing your jobs anymore. I'm not used to it from this team because they always do it. It's what the fans can expect and what we demand. Those games over the full course, we didn't match the standards. We beat Wolves, the first 35 minutes very good at Spurs. But the demand at United is you do it for 90 minutes every game no matter what." Ten Hag also indicated he was angry during his debrief of the Tottenham result. "I told them, I gave them the feedback that it isn't acceptable. We have to work as a team with togetherness, and everybody individually has to take responsibility. We need accountable players." In other news, Erik ten Hag has confirmed Manchester United are aiming to sign a left-back, but suggested they would not reinforce their attack before the transfer window closes on Friday. Luke Shaw is understood to be out with a muscular injury for months, rather than weeks, and fellow left-back Tyrell Malacia is unavailable until after the September internationals. United let reserve left-back Brandon Williams join Ipswich Town on a season-long loan on Thursday, while 20-year-old Spaniard Alvaro Fernandez could also leave before next Friday's transfer deadline. Ten Hag has been without a fully fit striker in United's opening games against Wolves and Tottenham, but Rasmus Højlund has started team training and could make his debut against Arsenal next Sunday. Anthony Martial came on for his first appearance in 12 weeks in the defeat at Spurs, and Ten Hag believes United have ample cover up front, despite managing 1 goal from open play in their last 3 games. When asked if he believes United are short of options in attack, he replied, "No. We have 7 front players and young talents coming up, as we've seen in preseason, who are getting close to the first team. Rasmus will be available from next week onwards. With Rasmus and Martial, we have cover. We have Rashford as well there. We have enough quality players to cover that position. I think we always have to anticipate on situations. If there are opportunities, then yes, but it has to be the right player, otherwise we have to deal with the current squad. We went through the scenarios before the season, and if it happened, we have the solution." And when asked about Antony, Ten Hag said, "He did a good preseason, and more often he's in situations where he is a threat for the opponent, and in the key moments he's where he should have been. Now we have to finish. In preseason he scored 2 goals and made 1 assist, so I think he's in a good direction. Now he has to speed up, because for us good is not good enough. Don't get frustrated, focus on football and performing." Fans, do you think that the midfield is not a problem for United as Ten Hag has claimed? Leave your comments below in the comments section. Till the next time, thank you for watching.